Hey, what's going on, social media world? Aaron here. And this is a sort of response video to Walter Lee Hampton's video talking about alone versus lonely. And he read on his video a post that someone did on Facebook, on his Facebook, talking about not everybody wants somebody, not everybody wants a relationship. I think it's unfair to say that everybody wants a relationship. What you need to do instead of concentrating on a relationship is concentrate on getting that money, get that paper, and get yourself a house and get yourself a car and stuff like that. And don't even worry about a relationship because, like, whatever. And Walter Lee Hampton's response to that was, well, no, what you need to do, I mean, and Walter Lee Hampton is 43, no, he's 44 now. Time flies. He did say he's 44. But Walter Lee Hampton, 44, he's like, okay, in your 30s and stuff like that, because the guy who wrote the post was in his 30s. In your 30s and stuff like that, you might be like, I don't need a man. I don't need a man to make me happy. I don't need a man. I'm trying to do the song by Pussycat Dolls, but that's the only line that I know from it, the title. But he's like, in your 30s, you might be like, I don't need a man. But when you get into your 40s, like me, that's when you really realize that you do. Well, I shouldn't say that's when you really realize it, but he's like, when you get into your 40s like me, trust me, you're going to want somebody to be there. You're going to want that romantic partner. And that's true for everybody. And what I have to say to that is I'm kind of in between both of them. I believe, as far as what I feel, I don't feel as though everybody just needs to be like, oh, screw relationships. I don't need a relationship. I'm just going to concentrate on getting that money, and I'm going to concentrate on getting a house, and I'm going to concentrate on getting my car. I don't feel as though everybody needs that. But I also don't feel as though everybody needs a romantic relationship. So I don't fully agree with that either. Yes, human beings are social creatures by nature. I mean, you learned that in elementary school. But do all human beings need a romantic relationship? Let me say this about myself. I, Aaron, me, myself personally, this guy here, I do want that romantic relationship, but that's just me. I have a problem when people make overarching statements about stuff that everybody needs or everybody wants because not anybody knows everybody, if you follow me. So I feel as though some people, and again, I'm not talking about myself, but some people would be good just having good friends to be there with them, like good, genuine friends that genuinely care about them. Some people might be that way. And good, genuine friends that care about them, that are there for them whenever they need, good, genuine friends that are there for them, that they're there for. It's mutual. It's a close relationship. You know, I feel as though there are people who are good with just that. But again, I'm not talking for myself. And what Walter Lee Hampton was saying was people that he knows who, spent their 20s and 30s like hustling, getting that paper, getting that money, got that house. Now that they've got all that and they're in their 40s, they're lonely and miserable. So what I say to that is, I don't think people fully understand the impact of media in our society and just what we see around us, how it impacts us from a psychological standpoint as well. I remember in my psychology class talking about the fact that we are all products of our environment. We are all products of our environment. And if the only thing that we see around us, for the most part, is couples, and that's how people make it, that's going to be our reference point of how to make it, is as a couple. I think because of the fact that that's just what we're exposed to, that's what people are accustomed to being their way, I feel as though that's what encourages people to think that is what people need. That is what encourages people to think that's what everybody needs. I don't think that's what everybody needs. Again, I want it for myself, I do, but I don't feel as though it's right for me to make the statement that everybody needs that or everybody subconsciously, desperately wants that. If you have like, and I don't know, I'm not 43, I'm not 44, sorry, Walter Lee Hampton. So I don't know. And again, I know for myself, I do want that romantic relationship. I wanted that for myself since my 20s. And I am 30, you guys. I'm an 83 baby, okay? But maybe even my teens. Not my teens, no. But all through my 20s, I definitely wanted it. But, and still do, kinda. I don't want to say kinda. I do. I'm just not on the desperate search that I was for it in my 20s. I used to be very thirsty, you guys. Very thirsty. Filled with thirst. I feel the thirst pouring out of me. But I'm a little bit older now, 30, and I'm not as thirsty as I once was. But it is still something that I want, and I'm not going to deny for myself that it's something that I want. I do want it, but I'm not thirsting for it. And anyway, but that's my thing. I don't think that everybody needs a romantic relationship. I think there are some people who legitimately don't. But that's just my opinion. What do y'all think? And people legitimately don't, but have like an amazingly great circle of friends who's in a similar situation, not an amazingly great circle of friends who everybody else will go home to their partners at the end of the day, and then they're just going home by themselves. Like that's a prime example of somebody being exposed to what we're exposed to part of our environment. Your environment is a bunch of other couples, so you're going to want to be coupled. But perhaps a group of really good single friends, first wives club. I don't know. I don't know, but I know what I want for myself. I do want that romantic relationship. But I don't feel as though it's fair for me to try to speak for everybody on anything because this guy, me, I don't know everybody, But it is what it is. Talk to y'all later, social media world. Peace, be blessed.